Back after a bit away with Limerick, much differences around the place since you came back?
Yes and no. There's obviously a lot of new players since I was last here, and it's almost like coming into a new group again, which is good in ways, and it's refreshing. But I wouldn't say too much has changed, to be honest. Just the kind of expectations and the drive of everyone is probably a little bit different. That's the only thing.
And happy to be back.
Yeah, delighted. It's been a good couple of weeks, in pre-season and that, and being able to get involved a lot more than I was last time, and it's been good so far. Yeah.
And a couple of draws in the last couple of games must have been important to get back to winning ways and so emphatically last night.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's something we look towards before the game as well, because we've got a lot of home games coming up now, and it's important in the home games to beat teams, and obviously the likes of Waterford, we wanted to beat them well, and obviously for a couple of lads that haven't been playing and stuff, it's good to put your name forward for, like I said, three home games and 3 massive games for us coming up, so everyone's going to want to make some sort of impact as well,
And a bit of an extra buzz around training this morning.
Yeah, exactly, and like you said a while ago, there was 6 different scorers as well, which is good, because everyone's, it's not just the emphasis on one player, it's kind of everyone can get a little bit of a boost off that. And that obviously helps everyone as well.
As you said, 3 massive games now coming up in 7 days, and all at Turner's Cross as well, which is an advantage.
Yeah, exactly. It's something that we're going to want to take advantage of as our home form. We've the last 2 years the home form in Turner's Cross has been really good, and starting with last night, we kind of said to each other, right, we've had 1 or 2 poor away games, and obviously the game against Wexford was a bit of an exception, but we'd be looking for, if we have any ambitions this year, we're going to want our home form to be really good, and obviously starting with last night with Waterford and then moving on to Finn Harps.
Now, you yourself started on the left last night. Is that something you mind doing, or would you rather be on the right hand side?
It doesn't bother me really. Once I'm in the team, I'm happy, but I'm comfortable. Obviously, I've played a lot more on the right side, but I think that was something that I kind of learned in my game last year, where I was kind of switching from both ways. The manager at Limerick last year liked us to maybe switch for 5 minutes and stay, come and go, just to freshen things up, and I kind of got a little bit more used to playing on the left, so it really doesn't bother me once I'm on the pitch.
How many matches did you play last year for Limerick?
I played every game last year. Yeah.
Obviously, you feel you'll come back as a better player now in every game.
Definitely, yeah. The only way you can get better is by playing more games, and when you get to run the team and you're scoring goals and setting up goals and things, your confidence get a lot higher, and it helps you. Obviously, it gives you a lot more self-belief, and it's something that, it was probably the first season last season that I actually played every game for the whole season, so it was really important to me, and I think it's definitely helped me.
You got a lot of goals as well, didn't you, last year?
Yeah, 9 league goals last year, yeah, which is, it was my personal best, but the funny thing was I didn't actually score till after the break. So from July to November I ended up getting 9 league goals, which obviously I wasn't happy with what happened before July, but coming into this season it was something that I wanted to build on as well, and obviously I only got my first one last night, so it was nice to get the monkey off the back, but yeah, it's definitely something I want to improve on.
Did you change your boots after the summer break or anything?
Last year? Oh yeah, those ones went straight in the bin. I must have changed them about 10 times just to try to get something.
But you had a lot of free kicks as well, hadn't you, last year that scored from?
3 free kicks that I scored from last year, yeah.
And was it unusual, this kind of an unusual question maybe, was it unusual for a team that were struggling at the bottom like Limerick, you ended up being player of the month for October, was it? There was some achievement for yourself being in a team that was kind of struggling.
Yeah, definitely. It was, to be honest, I got a massive amount of confidence from that, because it's not like everyone in this league knows, there's not many players winning, and it's not an easy thing to win. So for me that was massive to know that people were watching and people were saying you're even in contention for an award like that. So yeah, it gave me a massive boost, and obviously because we were at the time that I won it, we were actually on a really good run, and I was able to contribute, which obviously helped. But it was quite strange, alright, that being in a team that was down the bottom of the league, and I think at one stage halfway through the year Vinnie Farty won it as well, so 2 players from the team that ended up finishing second bottom, which was crazy. That just kind of went with the season we had last year.
Yeah, because our focus kind of really were always watching the guys on top, and Richie Toll was, I'd say, nominated every month last year. Yeah,
I think he won.
So it was some achievement too in it.
Yeah, that was really satisfying that I was able to pick up an award like that. And you know what, it just gave me an extra bit of confidence to think, like, you know, you're not, you know, you can be a better player than what you think you are. You know, it just gives you that extra little push, and that always helps.
Limerick obviously running away with the first division this year because it hasn't back up in the Premier.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, even when we went down there in pre-season, you see the Markets field and you see the setup they have, and you know, it's a club that's definitely building, and it'd be great to have them back. You know, obviously that for us it'll be a little local derby as well, and it'll be massive. So yeah, hopefully they get straight back up.
How important was it that they actually finally did get back into the Markets field? Like it's the sort of the spirit.
I think it
of
changed.
soccer down there.
It changed the season last year completely, because it wasn't something that, you know, we were nearly looking forward to away games more than home games last year because you were playing in Jackman Park. It was just weird. It was strange to describe it, because it was a small bobbly pitch. It was, you know, we were trying to play football and trying to, you know, expand the pitch, and it just, you could see the difference then when we went into the Marcus Field. Massive pitch, good surface and that. So I think everyone that went down there, you know, you see how good of a stadium it is, and they were able to get the crowds then, and that was definitely, I think it changed the season from last year, really.
Just